Good afternoon, everyone. We are continuing the saga with the Blizzard blower, somewhat of a catastrophe. As you can see, we are taking it apart more and more. It is midnight here at Nasty Racing HQ. We got Matt over here. Matt, what are you doing?
Degreeing.
He's degreeing the cam. We got Slick Rick loaded up in the trailer. We're heading to the dyno tomorrow. So you guys, Saturday, big day. Make a note in your phone. Hey, you got to watch the noon upload on the John Doc channel because Slick Rick's hitting the dyno. It's finally happening. Yes. Very excited about it. But let's get down to business. Let's talk about the blower catastrophe. I made a video because I was stumped, and I'm not an expert in building race cars. I feel like I do an okay job of placing parts together to make something work pretty good. We've built a few cars here. I'd say a decent understanding of what we need. I also have a great reference, Matt, so I reference stuff out of him. Matt, how many times did I just send you a picture of a part and I'm like, hey, I'm going to put this and this together?
Come on. Hey man, that's a round cylinder in a square hole.
Occasionally like that. So the whole blower deal, it was something that we're using the blower off of the Pro Mod on here. We decided to go and get a bunch of stuff from Alky Diggers to make this kit work. And this is going to be, you guys need to stay to the end of this video because we're going to talk about stuff a lot more than just building this car, about the industry and everything like that. So when Matt showed up here, I kind of stopped working on this because I was like, no, it's not adding up to me. I'm putting the right parts together, and it's just not adding up. Just like that. It doesn't add up. So how was the blower and everything when you arrived?
Well, not on the car. So we came over here, we were doing some other stuff, and I was like, well, I'll check it out. And the blower plate was on there, and we looked at it and said, all right, let's put it on there. Stuck it on there, and it was out a little bit. I mean, it does have a crank support, but, you know, we're going to try to get it.
With that tiny snout, it seemed like it was out very far.
Yeah, trying to get some measurements and figure out what we need to do, how much we need to machine off, you know, whatever. Just because all this, like, you should guys know, like, just because it's bolt on or made for it, like, you might just be completely wrong. So we put it on there, and then I was laying under the car and I looked up, and I saw the rotors. And I'm like, man, that'd be a big boost leak. So I started looking and then realized that the intake was on backwards. So the plate.
Now the intake itself, the Holley intake, there is no forward or backwards. The intake, the LS stuff, you can run them forward, backwards, side to side. It really don't matter.
So the intake can go either way. Go forward, backwards, upside down, just however you want to bolt it on. Not upside down. But the blower plate has to go a specific way because if you guys notice, this is a blower like 1471, 871, they're all the same. And this one's longer because the rotors come out to here. So it has to go this way. It cannot go this way because you'll be overhanging.
Also, the bolt holes are not symmetrical.
Yeah, if you guys see, they're not, like, the spacing's a little bit different. This one's offset. The bottom's good. It's just different on both sides. So it's not symmetrical in that aspect. So we started looking. We started, like, putting it on there, and then we put the blower. We flipped it around. We put the blower.
First of all, hold on. Let's snap back to reality. Matt laughed at me. He's like, "You have this on backwards," and I'm saying to myself, "There's no way it's on backwards because the blower bolts up. This is the only way the bolt holes will line up."
Yeah. So I give it to him. It was the only way it would bolt up. So we flipped it around, put it back on there. Spacing looked better. Everything was good, but the shit wouldn't bolt up. So we're like, damn, what the hell? So we start looking, and this plate has to go this way. It has to go down because you have your countersunk Allens that go in here to retain it. Here's your O-ring for your blower. Like, it's got to go this way. Problem is, these bolt holes are on the wrong side. And when I say the wrong side, this is the correct spacing. This one is always to the rear. This one's always to the front on the blower. So what has happened is whenever they were transferring it or whenever they machined it, they're supposed to flip the plate in the program. Whatever the case may be, the pattern got reversed. So it does not fit this way. See, if you line that one up, none of the other bolt holes, but everything. But if you were to flip the plate upside down, it's destroying that gasket.
Yep, gasket's smoked anyways.
Well, yeah. All the bolt holes line up. So, a little bit of a machining error. But, after the rest of the blower saga, we were a little concerned about what would happen when we called them.
Yeah, I was concerned because there's some places that are just like, hey man, go pound sand. Sorry about it. You can buy a new one, this or that. I called them up. I said, hey, I've been messing with this thing for far too long. It makes sense why nothing fits now. We have to run the plate upside down to get the bolt holes. And they go, yeah, we've had that problem a couple times. If you want, I'll send you another one and you could send this one back. So, unfortunately, I was like, I pushed for overnight. Did you notice? I was like, hey, you know, like, I'm pretty sure I paid overnight shipping for it.
Yeah.
So, I was like, hey, can I get overnight shipping? They're
Let me
like,
tell you, John is the king of
Mm-mm.
overnight.
Mm-mm.
Not no
Not
more.
no more.
It used to be.
I've gotten so much better.
Yeah.
How much money do you think I'd spend a year on overnight shipping?
Oh, a lot. And I tell him all the time, he's like, yeah, it'll be all right. And then he'd overnight something and the box would sit. We could probably walk around here and find boxed overnight parts that have not been opened yet.
I'm good now. I pushed for the overnight shipping through Alky Diggers, and they wouldn't budge. And then they're like, actually, you got the machine guy there. I'm like, tell him he's an idiot. And he's like, oh, he doesn't have anything done, so he's going to have to remachine a brand new one and send it to us. So it won't be like Monday now till you get it. So my time, I'll never get that back. And that sucks because Matt hit him with your little speech on time.
No matter how rich you are, no matter who you know, no matter who you are, you can't get more time. You can't steal more time. You can't
Get time
purchase.
back?
You can't get time back. Once it's gone forever. Time, it was priceless, literally. It is about the only priceless thing in the universe.
And I spent so much of this priceless time trying to figure out this damn blower that will never work with this exact plate. It will never, ever, ever, ever work because it was upside down. So I made this whole video, right? Looking like a dunce. Saying, I need help. I can't figure this out. Really? Because someone else just put it on me there. So I was actually on the right path. I knew exactly what I needed to do. But I couldn't get the damn blower to make sense. And yeah, so there's the blower saga with the Blizzard. So we got the new part coming, and then I think other than that, it should push the blower way back. We're gonna have to machine the hub way back. The keyway, we're gonna run an offset keyway from what's that 3/16?
Yeah, 3/16 because the RCD one keyway is 1/4 inch, so LS typically is 3/16 on both keyways, so it's a step key. So one side's 3/16 and the other side's 1/4 inch.
So we'll stick that in there, and we'll have proper keyways for the hub. We'll machine the hub down till like the timing wheel is like right back here up against all this stuff, and then everything else should fall into place. Should. It should fall into place.
Should. Ooh.
What do you think? It's gonna fall into place, Ava?
Who's here?
What do you think? It's gonna fall into place? Honestly, honest opinion.
No.
Okay. Well, at least we're all on the same page here.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at with it. There is some light at the end of the tunnel. Thankfully, dealing with Alky Diggers there, they were understanding of the situation and were willing to do whatever it takes to make it right.
They ran into this problem before, because I guarantee you if they haven't, they would have been like, nah, you just probably don't have it on right, or you don't have this right, or, you know. I've gotten a lot of parts that were machined.
The Enderly guy, or Good Vibrations.
Yeah,
The guy told Matt he didn't know how to use dial indicators or dial calipers.
Yeah, to measure it, and I'm like, listen, I'm telling you right now, like, I pulled out all the I pulled out every piece of precision measuring equipment that I had and measured it with every single one, and I was like, it's wrong. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna overnight you one.
So at least we know what's going on. I've made an absolute mess of my little workspace over here. Stuff's just everywhere at this point, so I'll get this stuff cleaned up. But it is nice to know that the blower is going to go on there. We do now have a deadline to meet. I need to get the blower and everything on there by February 8th, because it's when it goes down to Cameron Johnson race cars. And ideally, you have the snout and everything all set up there, so when he remakes this front bar and puts the fuel tank in there, everything will be happy and jiving right. And then when it gets back, I will make a set of headers, and then plummet, wire it, go racing. Drive shaft.
Yeah, all odds and stuff.
It'd be nice to get it back with all the body panels done, everything done, parachutes mounted, everything.
Yep.
It'll be nice, because that's what took so
Yeah,
long.
we got machines, and man, we need a lathe.
Yeah, I'm looking for a lathe, guys. And no, don't hit me up with your $60,000 lathe. I'm not buying that. I'm broke. What are we looking for?
Just a good. When I say older, like good, older, like
No 3-phase.
yeah, we don't have 3-phase here.
That's gonna be tough, because like every lathe is 3-phase.
Yeah, so
We'll just do
no bench top. Like we need to see about getting 3-phase. I'm sure they do.
Well, let's just do a single to 3 phases.
I mean, we can do that, and then, converter.
Yeah.
They're kind of expensive, but doable. Then I could bring my end mill and all everything.
Then we can
I can get a CNC lathe, but manual lathes are better, I think, than the CNC for doing this stuff. Because,
yeah, I want to put something there and sling it out across the shop, to be honest.
God, honestly, if you guys have seen the lathe videos, the fact that John could operate one of those is terrifying.
I'm excited about it. I'll just be making. I'll stick wood in there and just get out there with the wood chipper and just be making shit.
Yeah, it'll turn you. It is a wood chipper. Like it'll suck your hoodie in there. John will be no more. Oh yeah. Also, we're looking for a PVS 14 white phosphorus night vision stuff and an iRay RH25. So any of you guys.
That's more Matt. I'm not really looking for that. I'm looking for 99 to 07 Silverado gas 2500 at about 200,000 to 300,000 miles for about $3,000 is what I'm looking for. So you know what Matt's looking for. You know what I'm looking for. You know what you guys should be looking for is being here on February 4th for Storm Training Day Rodeo. We're gonna have food here at Ellis Nasty starting at 9. Getting people signed up to do storm work this year. It's 2023. Get off your ass. We'll put some money in your pocket. You just got to do a little bit of work.
Yeah, no. You can email me at stormworknc@gmail.com or John at john.recovery gmail.
And you just show up here and we'll get you signed up and we'll get you to work. It's pretty much how it works. If you guys want to go out there and make some money. So that's going to wrap it up. I just wanted to give you guys an update because I wasn't going to go through the weekend letting y'all think that I just couldn't figure this shit out. I knew what I needed, but it just didn't make sense. Like, it didn't make sense. But now that the blower will be in the right position, I just have to make everything go back to the blower and we're good. So we'll make it happen. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Go down, click that subscribe button. Slick Rick going to the dyno tomorrow. See you guys in tomorrow's upload.